out. Open up two separate tabs.
Yes.
Have BXG's open on one and mine on the other, and that'd be fantastic. Right.
Expand this. Pause.
I am confused. Did I? Because for me now, it's not even 9 p.m. UK time. Did we get the times mixed up or something? What?
I thought I probably did, right? Because I thought 9 was 4 over here. So maybe is it 5 over there?
I think what's happened in the UK, the clocks have gone forward. I think.
Oh, see, that's that UK stuff. I don't know about that stuff. I'm American, all right? No, I'm joking.
All right, so yeah, so for me now it's like 5 minutes to 9 in the evening. So it's not even 9 p.m. yet. So if people think that I'm late, the times have just got all mixed up. So it might have been 4 for you previously, but I think like the clocks go back the clocks go backwards and forwards over here. I'm not sure what it's like over there, but anyway.
Yeah, I believe that's the case. Yeah.
Anyway, we are here finally with BXG, and we're going to be yapping about 326 and the White House card. I also want to get your thoughts on the Islam Makhachev Ilia Topuria thing that's come out.
The Duck himself, yes.
Recently, the Duck, which I've got a lot of comments on my video already trying to deny these claims, which I'm not sure. I mean, they can deny it, but all the evidence, in my opinion, is kind of lining up to be, that he is ducking him. But before we get into that,
I agree. By the way,
before we get into that, I want to know about your thoughts on 326 as a whole. I thought it was pretty.
I thought it was the worst card of the year. I thought it was cheeks.
So far, I mean, Charles Oliveira coming in like a Nurmagomedov in that fight. To be honest, I mean, I don't know what you thought about Charles's performance. I mean, it was dominant. It wasn't really BMF though, was it?
No. Yeah, it's similar to the feelings I had about the Islam one, and this was better than that fight and better than the Hamzat DDP one. But yeah, it was dominant, but it just was not in any way entertaining. And I think to an extent, this one could be worse because the expectation, you're expecting this classic banger war, 5-round just extravaganza. And instead you basically get one of the worst title fights in UFC history.
Yeah. So it was rough. And I think that the thing with that fight, right, was we were hoping that although the card was pretty ass, that fight would make it worthwhile. Like that fight would be like, oh well, the rest of the card's kind of shit. But it's fine because we're getting Max versus Charles for the BMF. This is gonna be a scrap, and then it's just like, never mind. Never mind. And I mean, and for a European fan, in the UK, we're up till like 6 a.m. watching these things. It needs to be worthwhile, and it just wasn't. And I don't like to shit on Charles, but shit was rough, man. Shit was rough. Just real quick, MMA Jack with the $2. Thank you, MMA
my
Jack.
Guy.
For that, brother.
MMA Jack.
Hell yeah, bros. Hell yeah. But what do you think about the rest of the card, though?
The rest of the card, I mean, co-main event. I guess we'll start from top to bottom. Co-main event. It really, that RDR fight, and also let me know in the chat. Can you guys hear me like good? That RDR fight just looks so like it literally. Someone said in my chat, it looked like a heavyweight fight, but between two middleweights. It looks so low level, bro. So sloppy. Just like it was fun, but it just was so just. And then what else? Rob Font. That fight was awful with Raul Rosas Jr., but Raul Rosas Jr. sucks, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
he's super overrated. Super overrated. I don't know what else. What else was on the Dober, that was a sick KO and RoboCop, but then other than those KOs,
fixed though, wasn't it?
It's fixed. Oh yeah. I did see a tweet. Someone I think I retweeted it, right? Somebody actually they like predicted it before it happened or something, like a few days before, or like a day
Well,
before.
what happened was there was some crazy line movement on the betting for Drew Dober by second round TKO, and then well, look what happened. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Michael Johnson's last fight got pulled as well because of
Yep.
crazy line movement. So maybe he's
Yep.
just taking bribes left, right, and center. I don't know what's going on with Michael Johnson and having these rigged fights, but it's not looking good for him. But yeah, so the craziest KO, well, one of the craziest moments on the card was rigged, which is kind of annoying. But RoboCop's KO was pretty fucking good, wasn't it? That was pretty nasty.
You know, back to the rig thing real quick. I also heard Max Holloway's fight was rigged too. I heard I already took a dive against I can't even. Anyways, yeah, RoboCop versus Bruno Ferreira. Yeah, that was sick. That was sick. That was probably the best KO, probably my favorite KO of the year so far. It just came out of nowhere, dude. That right hand just slammed him out.
Crazy. Oh yeah, it was solid. It was so good, and I think it's even sweeter because obviously he got knocked out before that by him. So it's kind of they're like one apiece, both with a brutal knockout, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and like similar KOs too.
And then obviously the prelims were pretty shit. I mean, to be honest, the card was just a letdown. And this is the thing with BMF cards; they don't stack them anyway because they like rely on the BMF belt and the BMF fight to like carry it, and then they just don't stack the rest of the card. So like the rest of the card was shit anyway, and then they rely on the BMF card to be good, and then even the main event's not that good. Like that was for sure the worst BMF fight, and I don't want people to get confused and think that I'm like shitting on Charles and his performance in the sense of like it wasn't impressive. Obviously, it was really dominant, but if you're gonna market the BMF belt, this like gimmicky shit gay belt, where it's like you get stand and bang walls and this and that, like at least do that. You know what I mean? Like at least be a BMF and don't just grapple and lay and pray for 5 rounds. And I mean, he went for some submissions, granted, but if you look at these significant strike stats and how many Charles landed, it's really, really not a lot for 25 minutes. It's like Khamzat Chimaev. He didn't land a lot of significant strikes, but he controlled a lot of it. But because it's Charles, people will probably be like, no, you don't understand. It was really good, bro. It's like, you're saying, but you'll chat shit about Islam and Khamzat for doing the same shit, which is kind of silly. But I saw Guru say that the fight was good, that he or that he was enjoying watching it or something. And I'm like, if that was like a Daggy, and I hate to sound like MMA Joey, but if that was a Dagestani fighter, you'd be going mental.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just, I think really for him, he puts a lot of value on his pick being correct. And so, well, guys, I told you, I said Charles was going to win. It's like, well, it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot of, there's people like that where it's just like, well, my pick was correct. So even if the fight was trash, at least I'm right. It's just,
I was like that, to be honest, with the Khamzat fight. I was like, see, guys, I told you so. I told you so. You're just mad because you're wrong. And it's like, looking back, it's like, would I watch that fight ever again? Would I thought? Not a chance. Would I rewatch that boring fight?
Oliveira, when the fight first started, it wasn't like that bad, right? Like he was using elbows. He almost had, Holloway in a submission and stuff. But as the fight kept going on, it really did turn into, Islam JDM 2.0. But the first like 2 rounds was like pretty. It was dominant. It was solid. It was good, very good.
Or but then it's like maybe he noticed that it wasn't really, doing anything crazy, so he thought, oh, I'll just try and win then, and I'll just try and control then, rather than make it fun and like a BMF fight. I'll just do what I need to do to win, I guess, which was. I mean, he got the job done. But if we're going to do this BMF belt, at least live up to the gimmick of the BMF fights, which is scrappy wars and, like badass fights. Badass fights isn't hugging and grappling. You know,
Exactly.
badass fights is Max versus Gaethje. It's Max versus Poirier. You know, it's these banger stand and bang wars. I know Charles doesn't really fight like that anyway, but then why put him in a BMF fight? You know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why not just put him in like a number one contenders matchup if you're going to do that? Because really, what they're going to do is give Charles probably the next shot after Arman. Or to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if they jump Arman, even though he's already lost to Elia. But
yeah,
you might as well just give him a number one contender shot if you're going to do that, rather than a BMF fight.
Yeah, I could see maybe an Oliveira Connor main event sometime international fight week. That's a possibility, even though it's super one-sided, but look at the White House card. They don't care about one-sided fights, it seems, nowadays. So
yeah, the fucking cards. Oh God, that card. I mean, we'll get into that
we'll get to you, White House. We'll get to you.
We'll get into that shortly. But yeah, Charles versus Connor could be a fight. I know Connor said he was interested in getting the winner of the BMF fight, so maybe that's what they do. And I know I think Charles mentioned about fighting Connor, so maybe they do that. What weight class are they going to do it at? Are they going to make Charles bulk up to 170, or are they going to make Connor cut down to 155? How are they going to do that? I know Connor said he wants it. I think Connor said he wanted it at welterweight because that's where the BMF belt originated. But I don't know. Do you think Charles would move up to welterweight just to do that fight, or what?
Yeah, I think it would be at 170. I don't think Connor could physically make 155 personally. And I think, I think Oliveira doesn't really have to cut that much weight to make 170 at all, right? I mean, he probably walks around at maybe 190, right? We know he cuts a lot of weight at 155. So I think Oliveira would do it. I think he would fight at 170 just for one time,
And do another BMF main event with a shit undercard because it's Connor and it's a BMF fight. Because
that undercard would probably stink. You're right.
I mean, because if you think about every single Conor McGregor card, they don't really stack the undercard because they know Conor sells, and they do the same with the BMF fight because they know that usually the main event sells because it's a sick fight. So, you've got Conor and the BMF on the same card. You're probably going to be looking at a really shit undercard.
It's going to be like Shevchenko versus somebody, co-main, if that, right? Maybe it's gonna be like a Macy Barber.
That's a badass fight. That's a badass fight.
And then it's just gonna be like Bo Nickel will somehow get on that card somehow, and that's about it. That's
Bo Nickel. God damn. I mean, I feel like we can just move into the wild card because I feel like we have more to say on that than UFC 326. Really, all we can really say about 326 is it's shit because it was shit.
Yeah,
I mean, great, dominant performance by Charles, but as a BMF fight, not really anything crazy. And Orion says Jumo's stream crashed at the right time. Yeah, my fucking Wi-Fi crashed after Rosas versus Rob Font, so I weren't streaming the KO and RDR or the main event. And to be honest, I don't think I really missed out on much. So
I was gonna say you're pretty lucky for that. That's
yeah, I mean, obviously, I still watched it, but I feel like if I was streaming it, I'd have just been there like, oh, this is fun because I was fucked anyway. I was really tired, but and then the MMA holes. Charles impregnating Max wasn't on my bingo card.
Charles. Yeah.
I mean, pause.
Don't remind me.
Right, White House. How do we feel about the White House card? Is it what Dana White promised? Has it lived up to expectations? What do you think? Because I know what I think, and to be honest, I think I know what you think, but we might as well go over it anyway. What are your takeaways from this card?
What aren't my takeaways? Yeah, it's just I mean, initially when I saw it, I was like, I was into the hype, oh shoot, Alex Pereira and Ilia Topuria on the same card, and that's still amazing. That's still a pretty big deal, and I think as we get closer, we're gonna feel the excitement. there's going to be pictures of Ilya and Alex shaking hands or something that's going to go viral. Like, you know how it goes. But when I really sat and looked at the card, it truly is like pretty mediocre. Because my biggest issue with the card is there's too many one-sided obvious fights. There's too many like, oh, he's gonna beat him, he's gonna beat him, he's gonna beat him. Even the main event is a very obvious, oh yeah, Ilya's gonna beat Gaethje. You know, I think the only fight on that card, on the White House card, that is, you know, tough to predict is that co-main event, is that heavyweight fight. But you know, I still got Alex in that one anyways. But every other fight is pretty predictable, and I think that's my issue. And I'm not saying the fights aren't going to be good; they're still going to be bangers and stuff, you know, except the Bo Nickel fight. But it's just I want more unpredictable fights on that card, and we didn't really get that.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like all they want is like banger. Like I understand it. Like they want banger, maybe like dominant fights and this and that. But you need some competitive fights, and I think I agree with you. And it's just kind of like the only fight that's really competitive-ish. Well, it is the co-main. It is the co-main. You know,
Yep.
you look at the main event. You know, like that's going to be like a mauling, an absolute mauling. Obviously, it needed to be next, all right, because obviously Gaethje's the interim champion. But there's some, I mean, some stuff has come out recently about a certain, you know, duck, which again we'll get into in a little bit. But you know, you've obviously got that fight. Pereira versus Garn, sick fight. And then like you've got O'Malley versus Zahabi for some reason. I don't know why. Why wouldn't you do O'Malley versus Corey? Two Americans on the America card. Corey's calling him out. He's been calling him out. You know, says that he wants to fight him, and they just do Ayman Zahabi. I mean, it's clear that they just want Sean O'Malley to get like a flashy performance, maybe a KO, and then they can chuck him straight in there with pure yarn. And then what is it? Fucking. What else is it on
Garcia Lopez? Did we see that?
Garcia Lopez. We got Bo Nickel again. Industry planting himself onto a main card of a big pay-per-view or numbered event. He did it with UFC 300. He's doing it again now with the White House card. I don't know what sort of blackmail blow Nickel. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what sort of like blackmail he has on Dana White, but it must be crazy. There's another fight on there though, isn't there? I forgot what fight it was because there's 6 fights. There's 6 fights.
Chandler Rufy.
Chandler and Rufy, which is bullshit anyway. Because why have they got Michael Chandler fighting up again?
Oh yeah, I did see that today. I didn't even realize that.
Rufy's number 9 ranked, and Chandler's number 13, and they're giving him another top 10 guy. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of mid, isn't it? Like, for all the hype that we got since last year, very mid.
Yeah, it's just a lot of Bo Nickel. That one really, like, the thing is, I don't think Bo Nickel is going to have a great career. Like, I really don't see the guy beating any top middleweights right now or ever. So it's like when he eventually flops again, when he eventually probably gets TKO'd again by a top guy, what are they going to do? Like, he's going to go down in the history books as a guy who fought at UFC 300 on the main card, by the way, and at the White House. And he's going to probably flop. It's absurd.
It's not going to be good for him because he is literally just being planted on the main card.
Yep.
And it's like nobody really wants to see him. No one wants to see him on these cards. No one wants to see him in these positions. And they just keep putting him on these cards like people give a fuck about him.
I don't get it. I don't see the appeal with Bo Nickel. I don't think he's good fighter. I mean, he's good, I guess, but like, is he good enough to beat any top guy? No. He probably will beat Kyle Dawkins, but I could see it being very boring. So I don't understand.
All right, it was like if you're gonna put him on the card, why not put him in like an interesting matchup? Like do him and Colby or something.
Exactly.
No, like Colby's still in the rankings. He's still employed by the UFC. All right, why not do him and Colby? You know, why Kyle Dawkins? Who's been asking for that fight? You know what I mean? It's the same
Literally
with
no one.
it's the same with O'Malley and Zahabi. Who the fuck wants that fight? Like
nobody on planet Earth, I don't think.
It's so weird, bro. It's like if they did book Bo versus Colby, that's still a big fight, and it'd sell. I'd be excited for that, and it's definitely a winnable fight for Bo Nickel because Colby's trash nowadays.
Yeah, and he's also a welterweight. He's pretty small.
Yeah, that as well. But I think Colby would probably bulk up, you know, or just not cut, you know, just to fight Bo Nickel.
Yeah.
And you know, Colby would definitely want to be on the card in front of his best friend Trump, or whatever.
His Lord and Savior Donald Trump. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, Colby would be chomping at the bit to get on the White House card. So I don't know why they wouldn't at least reach out to him, unless they did and he turned it down. But I don't know. He seems pretty eager to fight Bo.
Yeah, I thought I saw Bo Nickel tweet like, you know, they offered him me and he turned it down, but he could be chatting. Who knows? But chatting shit, as you guys would say. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, well, Bo Nickel does just talk. Fuck it, well, he does just chat shit, doesn't he? He just talks a load of shit all the time. And Ryan's asking, do you think they'll surprise us with another big fight on the White House card?
I saw Helwani say like this morning that there's a good possibility they might add something else, you know? So who knows if it'll be a big fight or just a small fight, or I don't know, but there's a good chance. There's a pretty good chance. I mean, the card's a long time away, so you never know.
I mean, and they did throw this card together because they said they was going to start matchmaking in February, so they threw it together in less than a month. Really.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know why they couldn't like add something else on there in 3 months. But what would they even add on there though? Like,
well, stale cheese. My guy just said, "Imagine Usman versus Bilal," is what he said. That's what he said in the chat. So
listen, Usman thinks Bilal does nothing for him. Nothing for him. He just wants the belt next. So if Usman didn't want to fight Bilal Muhammad when he was ranked number 1, he's not going to want to fight him now when he's ranked number 6 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
Like he is. You know, that would be a good fight though. I would love to see that fight, but
same.
If Usman didn't want it, you know, when he was number 1 contender, so I can't say really wanted it now. But that would be quite fun.
Someone said Usman Morales. He's not taking that either. Usman is not fighting anyone except Islam Makhachev. That's what I think.
Islam turned down DDP as well. Oh, they offered him DDP, Usman, who, bearing in mind, is the number 1 contender, and he said,
yeah,
or number contender at welterweight. Sorry, at middleweight, and he still said no. So he literally just wants to fight for the championship. He doesn't want to really earn it, and he doesn't want any tough matchups, it seems like, unless it's for the belt.
I wouldn't be shocked if Usman just retires in like 6 months. We get like an announcement on his podcast, like, "Yeah, guys, I'm done. I'm retired." You know, like just I don't think he's going to get his way. I don't think he's getting a title shot, or I don't think he's going to fight anyone super dangerous, because everyone at welterweight is dangerous. Everyone, even Ian Gary's is dangerous. So I don't see him really, unless it's a Leon Edwards freaking quadrilogy. I just don't see him taking it. I really don't see him taking any fight at that division.
Well, he needs to either take a fight or just fuck off, doesn't he? Like, because I mean, he said that Hunter Campbell says he doesn't want to make that fight with him and Islam, which is right. You know, thank God for that. But you know, Ali seems to find a way to get what he wants. So maybe he's, you know, working his magic to get that fight. But if he's not getting the Islam fight, all right, he needs to fight like literally anyone. I mean, he deserves a fight up in the rankings because he just beat Joaquin Buckley to defend his rank. Mm-hmm. So what is Usman now? Ranked number 7, I think. Number 7.
Yeah, like 7 around.
Around there. You give him a top 5 guy and see if he beats them, and then maybe if he beats them, then that's more of an argument then to actually get a title shot. You know, if he beats a top 5 guy. But right now, he needs to just slow his roll and just fight, you know, literally anyone, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's enjoying that podcast a bit too much. I think the couch is very warm.
Well, there's that as well, but like Henry Cejudo's like feeding into his ego, like saying, you know what, you should get the title shot, man. You should really get it. Like, no, and then, but then Henry and Kamaru, right, are giving Sean O'Malley shit, saying Sean needs one more win, man. Sean needs one more win before he fights Piotr, and it's like
the irony of that.
Yeah, it's like you are campaigning for Kamaru to get the next title shot, but you're saying that Sean O'Malley needs one more win, which I agree with, but that's not really the point, is it? The point is it's one rule for Kamaru and another rule for Sean O'Malley.
It's hypocritical, yeah.
Speaking of Sean, though, what do you make of his matchup with Ayman Zahabi?
What do I make of the matchup? I think Zahabi's going to put on a 30-27 boxing masterclass. No, I think Sean O'Malley's going to... Am I going to say KO? Or I'll say Sean O'Malley right-hand colds him. I think Sean O'Malley is going to piece him up for 2.5 rounds, 3 rounds. Sometime in round 3, right-hand flatline KO or something. I don't know. I think it's it's pretty clear cut. I think O'Malley's going to win. Could Zahabi win? Is there a chance Zahabi could, crafty it up? I don't know. I can't really see that. I don't think he's got a chin. We've seen he's got a bit of a chin, but O'Malley's got good power. He's got good timing. He still has his speed. I know he has looked a little bit mid recently, obviously, but he's still Sean O'Malley. He's still very dangerous, and I think I think Zahabi is garbage. So I think he's
Zahabi's like the worst top contender. I feel like a lot of his victories are like really close, or they're just robberies. like he hasn't really. I have not watched an Ayman Zahabi fight and thought, wow, this guy's dangerous. This guy's the next problem at bantamweight. I just think, how is he even winning these fights? How is he winning these fights? And Orion's here saying they book Zahabi because he's a good juice.
I mean, he looks the part. I don't know. I don't know if he is.
He looks exactly like Ariel, doesn't he? It's kind of spooky.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe Big Yahoo put the call in, said we need one of us on the card, and they called Zahabi. The fix is already in.
If they're going to do that, though, surely they'd get like a Gene Silver or like a Michelle.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Gene Silver. He's gonna come out with the flag. Oh my.
Yeah. Get one of the good guys on there. Could you imagine if he's there? If he's fucking there? Could you imagine?
Yahoo?
Oh, dude.
Front row, just like
wild.
Just clapping his hands, front row. That'd be insane.
And then he stands up and everyone gives him a clap.
Oh my gosh!
Just see that.
He gets an entrance. Oh, the way Trump gets an entrance for the normal events, they give freaking Big Yahoo the entrance for this one. That'd be insane.
Yeah, and his theme tune's that fucking Jewish song. That Hava Nagila. Imagine, bro.
What the fuck? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Bromo, what's popping? Hello, Manny B chilling. Arman versus Charles 2 is going to be cinema. I don't know if they rebook that, but maybe they do just in hope, because the first fight was so close. I can see them doing that and being like, Charles, you need to beat him. You need to beat Arman, please, just so they don't have to give Charles their next matchup. Maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. I'd like that fight. That'd be something.
Seymour Assis says he's the highest level layup for Sean. Yeah, that's what we're basically saying.
True,
it's like he's the shittest top ranked guy for Sean to beat. When Corey Sanhagen is right there, and everyone's calling for it, everyone wants to see that fight for Sean O'Malley, and they just don't do it because they just want Sean to get like a big fancy dominant win over someone who's like pretty garbage. I don't know. It's not really booking the baddest card ever, the best card you've ever seen, is it? It's just like,
no.
Who do we like, right? And who can we give layups to?
It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. But someone said you guys are my. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, no, go on.
You guys are my most watched MMA YouTubers, and I watch a lot. Thank you, Matthew Sally. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, thank you very much, brother.
Someone said, I've already asked Bromo this, but gay son or thought daughter? Suicide. Someone said, BX Bromo has handsome eyes. Thank you. Pause, but thank you. Steve Garcia fan. And then someone said, Armin versus Charles Sue for the interim while Ilya fights Islam, maybe. You know, that's
well. I mean, well,
we were the interim. Wait, there's already an interim champ. His name is Justin Gaethje. He's gonna slime out. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, maybe they mean they're going to do an interim for the interim belt.
Oh,
For the interim. They're going to then fight the interim to unify the interims, and then they're going to unify the interim with the undisputed to get the champion.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea actually.
It's good, that, isn't it? Really good. But I do feel like this. I do feel like the White House. I feel like a lot of people are going to go 6 for 6 on picks. You know?
Oh yeah,
it's a pretty easy card to predict. I mean, let's just go through it. So, main event. Who have you got? I know this is a tough one, but
I mean, this is unless there's some kind of unless they kidnap Ilya Toporia's family and lock them up in a freaking basement and say, if you don't lose to Gaethje, we're gonna like snipe them. I don't know. I'm gonna say Ilya Topuria within the first minute, right hand colds Justin Gaethje in the first exchange. It's gonna be the quickest main event ever.
Oh, hot takes from BXG guys. You hear that? He thinks Ilya's gonna knock out Gaethje in the first round.
I know, crazy.
Wow, that's a risky pick. Yeah, I agree. Ilya, first round, like whenever he wants to land that big shot. I mean, maybe he goes a little bit, maybe he's a bit nice and he lets it go into round 2, to make people think wow, Gaethje's actually really good, let's make him look good for Donald Trump, and then he just goes into the second round and then he just sleeps him. I don't know. Maybe he's a little bit nice. I don't think so though. When has Ilya ever been nice to everyone's, favorite unks?
Favorite. Exactly. Yeah,
also, I just want to say, if he beats Gaethje, right, this will be his 4th champion in a row, or former champion in a row. Yeah. If you count the interim champions, his 4th champion in a row that he's beat. Obviously, we had Volk, Max, former champ, Charles, former champ, and now Gaethje, the interim champ. This is a crazy run that he's going on. Even though Gaethje's not like all that really, but it's still technically a champion, though, isn't it?
You don't get it though, man. They're all old men. None of them are good, according to Islam Makhachev fans. I don't even know who, but they're all old men, and they're all like the combined age of 300 years old. So they don't count as good wins, according to some people.
I do think you could use that argument against Gaethje, though, in fairness. But
that one fits, yeah.
But the rest of them, they've all gone on to win. So I don't really know what they're like. We just saw Charles beat Max, so it's like,
yep.
Hey, we got 199 from Joe Swanson.
Nice.
Hello, Joe. Honest predictions on Nickel versus Dorcas. We're gonna get to that. Don't you worry about that one.
Tough one.
Really tough, guys. I mean, Dorcas is going on a comeback spree, but we will get to that. But after that, it's Pereira versus Garn. This is probably the toughest one, to be fair. Probably the toughest one.
Yeah, for sure. I think this one is tough. I got Alex, but there is a part of me that is a bit worried that this one could be, I don't know if I'll say boring, but a little bit. I think there's a world where this could turn into a point fighting type of kickboxing match. Excuse me. But I don't know. I mean, it's. I got Alex in this one. I think he's going to slime out Surugan in the later rounds, but I could see it being a bit tentative from both early on.
Do we get any eye pokes in this fight?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Alex Pereira, he handles fouls pretty well. We saw that against Jamal Hill. We saw what happened right after he got fouled. So I would hope he gets eye poke because we know what's coming next if that happens.
maybe Alex gets like a buff, like he's like put points into like a buff where like if he gets fouled, he like gains like plus 10 strength for like 5 seconds or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's that shaman magic that Yuri was talking about.
I forgot about that, bro. That was crazy.
Um,
Yuri never lies. Yuri was telling the truth, I think.
Oh, I mean, come on. I mean, look. I mean, his coach is a Freemason, so maybe he's on something.
That is true.
But I don't think. I think the eye pokes with Alex won't play too much of a factor because, unlike Tom's game plan is to like blitz in and like get close.
Yep.
He's susceptible to the eye pokes, whereas Alex doesn't. He stays at range with his jab and his low kicks until he gets them hurt. So maybe he will get poked. But I think Alex's style is hard to poke him because he stays at kickboxing range, whereas Tom doesn't. He kind of goes in and then he's there for the poke, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if Alex does get poked, he won't be as bad because he doesn't really get in close unless he gets you hurt, if you know what I mean. Maybe he'll survive the eye pokes. Hopefully, I just want to see Garn get fucking slept,
slimed out, just. Wheel kick. I want to see a wheel kick, a flying knee. I want to see all of this in one. A wheel kick and a flying knee and an uppercut and a spinning back. Like just every brutal KO you can possibly imagine. You know, I want to see it. And an eye poke at the end just for fun.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fuck it. Get an eye poke
just for revenge.
I think if anything, he might nutshot Alex like he did to John. Remember in the John Jones fight with the very first kick he threw, he kicked him right in the fucking balls.
That was pretty base. That was pretty base. But yeah, I do remember that actually.
It was. But you know, don't do that to Alex though, Gon. You know, you dirty fuck. You know, don't you bother. But yeah, and Joe Swanson has the kind of same thing. The groin kicks will be there for Garn, who fights a lot out of southpaw. Hey, yeah, that's what I mean, bro. Maybe he's gonna kick him right in the huh?
Maybe this is what we need. We need this to happen. We need him to get groin kicked. So it's lining up pretty well.
Yeah, we do because like I said, he gets that 5-second strength buff, which he'll knock him out with. Well, I do agree. Like later rounds, TKO, maybe like later in round 3 or 4. I reckon it goes over 2.5. That's my prediction.
Same.
But it still finishes after that.
Do you think because I've seen some people say this, the grappling of Ciryl Gane could be any sort of factor here?
I don't think so. I mean, Ciryl Gane's not really we saw him get out grappled by Volkov. And although Alex isn't a grappler, he has very good takedown defense. I don't think Gane's going to really grapple with Alex. And even if he tries, Alex is strong and he's big. I mean, people are thinking like, oh my god, he fought at middleweight and now he's at heavyweight. It's like, well, he was a heavyweight cutting down to 185. Really, he walks around at 240 now. You know, so he doesn't even need to really cut. If anything, he needs to bulk up a little bit still. But he's a big, strong guy with good takedown defense. I don't think Gane's going to get him down. I don't think Gane's really going to want to get close because if he gets caught, like he did against Ty. And people don't like to admit it, but Tom was landing some good shots on him. Tom was landing some decent punches on Ciryl Gane. It's just that he didn't bust his nose. So I guess Gane was beating the shit out of Tom because he's made his nose bleed.
Dominant 10-7, actually.
And also, I just want to say, it fucking irritates me, right? When people go, Gane won the first round. That means he would have won the whole fight then. It's like, hold on a minute.
There's 4 more rounds.
Fights where the challengers have won the earlier rounds and then lost the rest of the fight. Corey Sandhagen won the first round against Merab. Umar won the first 2 against Merab. I said something else in the chat. Kamaru Usman was winning 4 rounds against Leon Edwards.
There you go.
And he got head kicked. So this whole thing of like, well, Gane was winning the first round, therefore he would have lost. Therefore he would have won the whole fight. It's only because Tom's never been out the first. Well, he has, but barely ever goes out over the first round. That's why people were saying that, not because like it means anything. You know what I mean? Agree. Yeah, Gane was winning, but it was literally by a few strikes and a nosebleed.
Yeah, I don't understand it wasn't the best look for Tom as a Tom fan, but
No.
it just wasn't like this. I mean, he was up by like 5 strikes, I think, or like 6 strikes. It wasn't even like this blowout of a performance or of a round. It was pretty close actually. So I don't understand, but that's
And there was
MMA fans.
and there was 30 seconds left, so it's like, who's to say Tom doesn't landed one of his big shots?
Yeah, and drops
like,
him, and then he wins that round.
Yeah. But Garn would have won the full fight because we saw 4 minutes and 30 seconds of a 25-minute fight, I guess. But there you go. Also, guys, I just want to say, make sure you're liking the stream. It gets it pushed out.
Like the stream,
into the algorithm. Same with BXG stream, guys. Like it up, man. Like it up. Get the likes in. Pushes the stream into the algorithm. It'll help out the boys a lot. And Seymour Assis says Tom was bleeding, so obviously he was getting destroyed, even though they were almost equal in number of significant strikes. Listen, Seymour Assis, you know what I mean?
That name is crazy. That Seymour
he was obviously getting destroyed. I mean, you're so right. You're so right, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving down.
Oh my god.
O'Malley versus Zahabi.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think you've got. You said earlier, didn't you, Sean O'Malley via TKO?
Yeah, like probably a round 3, late rounds 2, right hand KO after like a dominant striking performance. I think Zahabi's just like even if you want to actually analyze his game a bit, like he really is kind of effective when he gets in and kind of makes it a bit of like a dirty boxing type of thing. And you can't do that against a sniper like Sean O'Malley. This ain't Chito Vera. This isn't 80-year-old Jose Aldo. This is, and again, Sean O'Malley, I know he's not the best fighter in the world, but he's still pretty good. And he's still very dangerous.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, he did really well. Or I say really well. It was kind of a bit of a snoozer up until the end, but he beat Song Yadong. Really good guy, in the bantamweight division. I think Aimar Zahabi. I mean, I agree. Again, Sean O'Malley TKO. I feel like we're gonna agree on most of the, if not all of them, because like you say, they are just pretty obvious fights. I think what they want is like, because it's for Trump's birthday, because it's on a Sunday, which is, they're like pandering to Trump. It's basically like a Trump birthday bash, which is kind of like
crazy, right?
It's kind of pathetic, to be honest. But
like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's basically like, instead of Trump's basically what he's done is, instead of hiring like strippers for his birthday, he's hired UFC fighters to put on a show for him.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
It is crazy. It's literally like he's got like his toys, just like he's got his toys just like fighting for him. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's kind of weird though. It's really weird.
Because
maybe
I think it was supposed to be on wasn't it supposed to be on like Independence Day, like American Independence Day, and I think they moved it to Trump's birthday, I believe is what happened.
Yeah, well, initially they said, we're going to do it on the 4th of July for the 250th birthday. Yeah, it's like, oh, cool, nice one. And then they go, actually, it's now for Trump's birthday.
Yeah,
for his birthday. We're all going to get fucking party hats and goodies, and I don't know. Maybe Trump just wants to be the center. Well, I say maybe. He definitely does want to be the center of it all, doesn't he? It's
for sure.
MMA Joey's not right about many things, but he is right in saying that this is literally a Trump pandering birthday party. That's all this is. And I agree with him on that, to be honest. I don't agree with MMA Joey on much, but that's something that I think he's
I agree as well, yeah.
Anyway, what was next after that? Rufy versus Chandler, right? Rufy versus Chandler. I wonder who's winning this one, guys.
Chandler's gonna ragdoll him. He's gonna out-grapple him. He's gonna beat him up on the ground. He's gonna fly. No, it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Mauricio Rufy via a flying knee KO in the first round. I'm gonna say honestly, and I don't say flying knee to just pick the most absurd thing. Like I think that's actually probably the most likely type of KO because Chandler's a shorter guy. He's got a shorter base. He might get rocked or something. Then you might go for a takedown, flying knee, out cold, flatline KO. It's gonna be kind of funny. Sorry, Chandler, but it's probably gonna be a pretty funny KO in front of Trump.
And then after Chandler loses this fight, they're going to give him the Paddy Pimblett rematch to get him back up in the rankings. Because why not?
He's going to get a title shot or the BMF freaking title or some shit.
Oh, yeah. I imagine it. Fucking Chandler was calling for the winner of the BMF belt too. Like, I've got my eyes on the winner of that fight. Like, you've got your eyes on another top 5 contender, Michael. Like, you won 2 fights in your entire UFC run. And you I just don't know. I feel like Michael Chandler and Bo Nickel have this some sort of crazy blackmail on Dana White, where it's like Bo Nickel's just getting all these main card slots, and Chandler just keeps getting top 10 ranked contenders. I don't think he's had a single fight in the UFC that's been outside the top 10, and he's won 2 fights out of what 8 now. 2 out of 8 fights, I think. Something like that.
And it was like Dan Hooker and like Tony Ferguson. Old man Tony Ferguson was his only 2 wins. He's lost to everyone else that's been halfway decent. So it's just like you can't, he's had some moments in his fights. He rocked Poirier kind of, and he kind of rocked Gaethje a little bit. Dropped Charles, yeah. But like that's not enough to like, all right, well, you had a moment, even though you lost by a dominant decision or a dominant finish. You had a moment, so we're gonna give you another big name right after this one, just because it's kind of insane.
Also, Chandler's retarded because he dropped Charles in the first round of a title fight. He could have finished that fight. He could have been very close. Champion. He could have been lightweight champion in his second UFC fight, and he had to go fumble it because he's retarded. And then lose every other fight apart from, like you say, old man Ferguson. And then, like you say, what do they do to reward Chandler for being a company man and losing constantly? Here's the spot on the most important card in UFC history against a top 10 ranked guy. There you go, Chandler. Get another massive moment for yourself. Like it's just daft. And if they wanted these American fighters to have these favorable matchups, and it's like it's an American card, why not just book him against Conor McGregor? Like, that's a winnable fight, and that's such a massive fight to have on the White House. Could you? I said this in my video about the White House card because I think it's underwhelming. I think most people do.
Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't have. Just imagine on the same card. Poirier, Pereira, McGregor,
that'd be
the rest of the 3 fights could be average.
Yeah,
that's insane. And Conor says that they were in talks to fight Chandler on the White House, but then they had other ideas and they wanted him to save him for International Fight Week, which I believe's not long after the White House card. Which it makes sense from a business point of view because they're going to have a load of people watching the White House card anyway. So why not get McGregor on a different card to get even more people to watch that card too? So they're having two cards that have millions and millions of viewers on. I get it, to separate the star power and kind of stretch that viewership, but with the way they were hyping this card up, I don't know why they didn't just put it just do it anyway. You know what I mean? Especially with a fight that got pulled out or it fell through, which we'll get onto as well, because I think we both know what fight that was. The Daggy fans aren't going to like it, but it's probably true. Persian, I'm looking at you, buddy, in my chat right now. Why not do Conor versus Chandler? Why do Roofy? Because he's just going to slime him. I don't get it.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, we're not giving you Conor. We're going to give you basically a guy who fights like prime featherweight Conor, who is less of a name, but is 80 times more dangerous. It is kind of like a meme in itself. We're not giving you Conor. We're going to give you basically prime Conor if he was Brazilian. It's insane.
And who do you give Conor? Who do you give Conor at welterweight in International Fight Week? Genuinely, who do you match him up with? I
heard that they apparently this was true, that they offered him Prates and he accepted, but obviously they didn't go with that. Could it be like a Leon Edwards type of thing. Here's Leon, go slime him out or something. I don't know if he would slime out Leon, but there's a chance, I guess. That's probably the most winnable name at 170. Gilbert Burns, no, I don't see that.
Yeah, but the thing is with Conor, it's like they're going to want to have a fight that's like interesting. I don't think anyone's going to want to see Conor versus like a Gilbert Burns or something like that,
True.
Which is why they should have just done Chandler. I don't know why they didn't just go with that on the White House. Just get it over with. Winnable fight for Chandler would be the biggest win of his career. And then if McGregor wins, all right, then it's good for McGregor. It's good for the UFC. It's good for the hardcore, McGregor fans, I guess. But if not, then it's a big win for Chandler. And Persian
someone
in
said,
the chat.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, someone said Conor versus Colby. I like that. I think that's
maybe
that's not bad actually. It's not bad at all.
That's actually a winnable fight, to be fair, because Colby's fucking terrible, and the trash talk could be fun. Would be really fun.
Yeah,
that'd be a good build up.
The press conference would be.
That'd be crazy. Actually, I quite like that Conor versus Colby.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Bromo, answer this. Don't duck right now. Who do you pick, Aspinall or Alex? BXG, what do you think?
Alex, I think, especially post-eye surgery. Alex, I think Alex is. I don't know. I'm gonna say Alex. I especially before the eye poke, I might go with Tom. But after the eye poke, I don't think his eyes are gonna be the same, sadly. And I think you have to have perfect eyes when fighting a guy as dangerous as Alex Pereira, who is. Just his timing is impeccable. He's extremely dangerous. So I'm going to say Alex probably.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it after the eye poke. It's definitely going to be a much closer fight. I'm also I'm going to lean obviously towards Tom because I'm a British biased guy. But I do feel like Tom could probably just rugby tackle him down still, and just because he said he isn't going to try and strike. If he ever did fight him, he wouldn't strike. He'd just rugby tackle and take him down, and then just try and submit him. And yeah, Alex did good takedown defense against Ankalaev, but Tom's a different beast to Ankalaev. Like he's fucking huge, and he's got like really good grappling. So I do feel like better grappling than Ankalaev. Like Ank's not really a grappler. Is he? He's just kind of, people think he is because he's Russian, but he's not really a grappler.
He's just a holder. He's just, I'll hold you, brother. I'll hug you, brother. That's his style.
Up on the cage, like, just fuck off. Does my head in, but I probably lean towards Tom, although less confidently because of the eyes.
For sure.
Less confidently. I feel like if you didn't have the eye problem, I'd be like, yeah, definitely. But I could see either way now, to be honest. I'm not going to be too biased. Seymour Asses says Conor versus Wonderboy, maybe.
That's not too bad, bro. That name, bro, Seymour Asses is incredible, bro.
It's good. Conor versus Wonderboy.
Wonderboy. Oh yeah, I think that's yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea. That's not I prefer the Colby one. That's one I'm stuck on that one, but I think the Wonderboy one is a good option as well. It's definitely winnable for both. Actually,
definitely. And then going down after the Chandler fight, is the people's main event. Bo Nickel versus Carl Dorcas. No idea why this is on the card. No idea whatsoever.
Stinkers.
Genuinely,
what a wild fight.
Absolutely shite. Or what do you think about that fight?
I mean, Kyle Dawkins is dangerous. And I think, with any fight, but with this one specifically, I think there's a chance Kyle Dawkins could catch him, maybe with like a right hand or something. He does have power. He's dangerous. He's a big guy for the division, but like, I just see a world where Bo Nickel kind of just out-grapples him to a pretty boring decision, grappling heavy decision win. And he's going to be like, sorry, I couldn't get the finish, guys. I wanted to get the finish in front of Trump, and I couldn't really do it. So he's going to just...
or or he'll do like his post fight interview after the Paul Craig fight. I'm happy with that performance. I feel like I dominated him. You know, did what I wanted to him, and it's like it's trash. And to be honest, I can see Dorcas catching him. I mean, he's on a comeback tour now. He smoked Michel Pereira, the good Gordy himself, which was quite good to see. Wasn't happy to see him win though. Although I think Michel Pereira won a robbery in his last fight.
What was that fight? Did I even watch
Michel Pereira versus oh fuck, who was it?
I'm a casual, so you gotta bear with me.
Let me just Google it.
It was.
It was a robbery though.
Yes, I remember it being a robbery. Yes, I think I won. Zach Reese. Zach Reese.
Yes, him. Yeah. Zach Reese.
Thank you. High use. Thank you.
All right, yeah, thank you for that, brother. Yeah, fucking definitely was a robbery. I don't care what anyone says. I think, supporting who he supports, I think he got a bit of a favor. You know what I mean? Like he got a bit of a favor from the judges.
I'm shocked he's not on this card, on the White House card, Michel Pereira.
I know. Well, Paramount. I think the Paramount owners would love Michel Pereira.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just telling jokes. I'm not being serious.
Yeah, we're playing a character. Everything we say on this stream is a satirical take on MMA fans, and it's our alleged opinion. So
no, Bromo's just a character that I made up. It's not. It's not even me. But with Kyle Dorcas and Bo Nickel, I think they are looking for Bo Nickel to get the win here. Obviously, they want Bo Nickel to get the win, and I do think, like you say, I don't think he's going to get like a flashy head kick KO like he did in his last fight against the taxi driver bum. No. I think it's going to be a pretty safe decision win for Bo, like what he did against Paul Craig. I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not, but I can really see it happening, and it's really annoying though because Bo Nickel, I don't think, does well at all at middleweight. I don't think that's a hot take, but if you put him in against someone like Gregory Rodriguez, he's getting fucked. He's getting fucked.
I wish.
What?
Whoa! I wish they would do that. No, I mean.
Whoa!
Oh no!
You heard it here first.
The allegations. Fuck.
BXG wishes that Gregory Rodriguez would fuck Bo Nickel. That's what he just said.
Nah,
you heard Jones. It. BXG, the G stands for gay. I'm telling you. Big, extreme gay. That's what it stands for.
I got nothing else to say. I wish Gregory Rodriguez would destroy Bo Nickel, not have gay sex with him. Destroy, okay? That's what I meant, guys.
I mean, I'm calling you gay, but my name's literally no Bromo, so I don't know what I'm on about. Bromo's playing a babyface character. He's a lot more racist in real life. Whoa! No.
He's the John Cena of MMA YouTube. I don't know if John Cena is racist in real life, but
John Cena? Oh, because
he's a babyface. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think John Cena's racist. He's probably like the nicest guy on planet Earth, I would imagine. I mean, he's got like the record for most Make-A-Wish foundations done, hasn't he?
Oh yeah. So sorry, Cena. I shouldn't
have
used.
He's probably a nice guy. He's probably a nice guy. But yeah, probably I would say like a Josh Hockey, but he's playing a heel. He is actually playing a racist heel, so I'm probably not like that. We need Bromo versus Tyson Fury.
Banger.
We should do that at Asda. We need to go to Asda, bum. Book that fight at Asda. It's a real fighting man. I go to Asda all the time. Fucking hate Tyson Fury. Oh, it does my fucking head in.
John Fury just right there as well.
Well, John Fury will get involved. He'll be like, "Look, this is my son. He's got the biggest bollocks that I know of all men. He came from my bollocks, the John Fury bollocks."
Oh my gosh!
Fuck off, John Fury. It's not about you. It's not about you, John. It's about Tyson. Always making it about him and he. Fucking John Fury. I might be wrong. Says you not heard about the Cena files? Release the Cena files, bro.
No,
even though you probably can't see them.
Yeah. it's just going to be blank images. It's not really going to be much in the pictures.
I mean, to be fair, that's what the Epstein files are. Just blank images.
Literally, yeah. So
just bars across the page, across the wicked page. Well, back onto Bo Nickel. Who have you got for that fight? Bo Nickel and Cal Dawkins. Oh wait, didn't you say Bo Nickel?
Bo Nickel, yeah. Boring decision.
Boring decision. Yeah, I probably got the same. To be fair, it's not going to be exciting. If Bo Nickel does finish Cal Dawkins, that's a decent win, though. It is a decent win. Like,
pretty good.
This is the thing with this card. All right, I think people get the wrong idea, and people like to say that MMA fans are never happy, which is probably true to an extent. All right, we're never truly happy, right? Almost a card stacked with like the stars top to bottom. But this is a good card. This is a very good card. The issue is, right, that we've had it hyped up since last June, July, as it's going to be the greatest card ever. Nothing like we've ever seen before. And it's going to blow your minds, guys. And it's like Bo Nickel, Cal Dawkins, and O'Malley versus Zahabi. The only two fights, in my opinion, that are worthy of the hype that we got for it almost a year is the main and co-main, but maybe not even the main. Maybe just the co-main.
Yeah, even the main is one-sided as well. I mean,
I don't think anyone wants to see the main event. Everyone wants to see Arman Sarukian. Like, if they skip Gaethje and just said Gaethje, all right, if you just take a seat, just feel like, and you'll definitely get the next shot, all right? But we want to do Arman versus Ilya for the White House, and I'm sure Gaethje would be like, if I get my shot, then I'm happy, sort of thing. But
yeah,
it's like the only fight that's really worthy of the White House like hype, in my opinion, is the co-main, and it's an interim title.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and like you just said, and it's an interim title. It's not even for the undisputed, so it's just like, which is fine. I don't want them to strip Aspinall. Pause. I don't want them to strip Aspinall, but it is kind of I don't know. It's even the Bo Nickel fight. It's like, I'm pretty sure Kyle Dawkins is American. So even if somehow Bo Nickel loses, well, you got another American that just won, right? So it's like a win-win.
Yeah.
I think that's why I didn't do like Bo versus Shara Bullet or like Ikram or something, right? Because, I mean, they wouldn't want like that to happen. That'd be crazy. If like Ikram beat Bo Nickel at the White House, that'd be a disaster.
Imagine. Yeah, but this is what I mean. Though. They could have still done the Colby fight maybe, but
yeah,
didn't want to. And shout out to Vanny real quick. Member for 6 months. Yes, Bum. 6 months membership, Bum. Go to Asda with that one, Bum. Love that. Well, thank you very much. But it's 6 months member. God damn. I appreciate all you members, by the way. New members only video coming tomorrow, by the way, about Francis Ngannou, because I think he might be the dumbest fighter on planet Earth.
Oh yes, bro. I was gonna do a video on that too. Like he's calling out Jake Paul after already. Oh my gosh, dude.
That's exactly what my video's about, bro. But I figured I would give it to the members as a little as a little exclusive. You know what I've noticed, right, about me and you, right? We both talk about the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like I'll drop a video about Islam, and then you're gonna drop one. Or you'll drop a video about something, and I'll drop a video about something. We always kind of talk about the same sort of stuff, but it's good because we both have different little insights about the same topic, but we usually agree on it. I think the one thing we disagreed on recently was what was it? I think it was the Aspinall thing. I think you were like, this is a really good idea for Tom signing with Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, I didn't, but this is what I mean. It's really quite. I don't know. It's like a coincidence, maybe that we I don't know. We all seem to talk about the same things. It's cool though.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think it's
like that's why our audience kind of overlap a little bit. So sometimes,
yeah, but that's what the people want to see. The stuff we talk about is stuff that I think, like you guys here, you guys want to see it. So, unless you guys want us to do tier list every day, we could do that too. We could just spam tier list on our channel.
Honestly, all right, in that like six week fucking drought, I was just like, well, what am I going to talk about? Oh God, I'm gonna have to do tier lists. I fucking hate doing tier lists.
Yeah. I'm not. I love it either.
I love it when it's like kind of quiet, all right, and then like 1 week's just like boom, 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 boom. I think like a couple of weeks ago, it was like we had. Let me have a look because we had.
There was 1 week.
I had a crazy week. 1 week, it was the Gordon Ryan files that dropped.
Yeah, I was watching that. That was a good video.
The same thing, and in the same week we had the Dan Hooker files dropping.
Yeah,
and we had in the same week as well, Thomas Spinal doing keepy ups with a football and shaking someone's hand, which didn't look very great. So it was a pretty good week, that, to be fair. And then you get quiet weeks, but
there was something else too. Was there? I think there was like some big fights announced that week, right?
You what?
Some big fights announced that week, or I swear there was something else.
Well, there was the Sean Strickland fight, which happened, and he then got Mike cut off. Because he was talking.
Yes, you're right. It was the yep. It was the Sean Strickland. That whole you're right.
Crazy. Yeah. You go through dry spells and fucking, I guess, wet spells, pause, but you do.
Pause, but yeah.
Right, last fight on the White House card, though, is Diego Lopez versus Garcia, which is actually a banger.
Banger, yeah.
Like, look, all these fights are... I want to repeat it, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. And I don't know if you have the same take, but this is a good card. It's just not... It just hasn't lived up to the hype that they were giving. Like, I feel like this is on par with UFC 320, which was a fantastic card. But I think this is on par with UFC 320, to be honest.
What card was that? Was that what card was
that? That was Alex Ank.
Yes.
Merab
Khalil, right?
Versus Khalil.
Yeah. I agree for sure. I still think Bo Nickel being on the main, even if this was a numbered event, a normal one, I still think the Bo Nickel placement's of it.
But that should really tell you how underwhelming this card is, because even on a numbered card, right, he would be like people would still be like, why has he got a main card spot on a numbered event? And this one's on the White House, you know. And I'm going to get up 320 just to compare. All right, because
the Bo Nickel thing is baffling.
We had 5 fights on the main card of UFC 320, and I just want to compare each placed fight. Right, so the main event of UFC 320 was Magomed versus Alex Pereira compared to Topuria versus Gaethje. I think Ank versus Pereira is a better fight than Topuria versus Gaethje from a competitive standpoint and from a storyline standpoint, because Alex had just lost the belt, and everyone wanted to get it. Everyone was rooting for him to get it back, and to get it back the way he did was fucking awesome. But even before we saw the fight, people were like hyped for this fight because they wanted Alex to get the belt back. It was almost like a redemption story, whereas the main event of the White House is just we're going to see Gaethje die, and everyone knows what's going to happen.
Exactly. You know? There's no story to it. There's no beef to it. There's no Ilya versus old lightweight.
Yeah, and we had the whole anchor in like no Shama, and Alex with that cool little promo where he goes Shama and he does that. Like, fucking cool! It's so cool. I can't wait to see him fight again, bro. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
But I don't know which main event you think is better.
I think Alex Ank. Better storyline, closer to call. I agree for sure. Everything you said, pretty much.
And that fight had people split. Like, people were like, "No, Ank's gonna get it done," and people were like, "I hosted a debate with 2 of my subscribers, and shout out to Victor. He actually said that Alex was gonna TKO Ankalaev in the rematch. He was confident.
Wow.
I think part of it was because he's Brazilian himself, and the Brazilians are very, very like loyal to their own. But I think, he was spot on, wasn't he? He was absolutely spot on. But a lot of people were split on that rematch. what I remember, which made it more interesting. But then we go down to the co-main of Morale versus Sanhagen. I'm gonna give the co-main of the White House card. I think that's better.
For sure.
More interesting fight than the co-main. Pereira versus Garn at heavyweight. I mean, Pereira's going for his third belt. You know, going up to heavyweight to fight Cyril Garn. Just higher stakes. Going for GOAT status. By the way, I forgot to ask, if Pereira wins this fight, do you think he's the GOAT over John Jones?
Over Jones, yes, over Jones, and
or just in general.
I'm biased,
oh yeah, but your guy's GSP though, isn't it? Do you think he'd be put your bias aside? All right. Do you think he's above the GOAT list than GSP?
Yeah, I'd put him over GSP. I'd put him over Jones.
Is there anyone that you'd put? Sure. Is there anyone that you'd put over Alex if Alex wins this fight? Triple champ, moving up to come on.
Honestly, I haven't really given it thought. I think he would probably be the greatest fighter of all time, UFC fighter of all time. I really do think so. Triple champion, so. Plenty of champions on his resume, plenty of finishes on his resume as well. Shit, I think so. I really do think so. I don't think it would be crazy to say.
I don't think there's any argument, but you know the John Jones fans are going to be like, yeah, but who did he beat, bro? It's like, well, who did Jones beat? Fat fucking welterweight, bro. Like
Rampage, man.
No, and he also obviously Rob Reyes, multiple time drugs cheat,
Exactly.
Just crazy. And Persian in my chat, right? I don't know if Persian comes on your channel very often, but he's in my channel. He's been an OG Bromo sexual. I love him, but he's so retarded. It's unreal. He said Alex ran from Magomed. He ran from the trilogy. Like, just fuck off, bro. Fuck off, bro.
Is he trolling? That's got to be
no. That genuinely. This is a Persian take. He thinks Alex ran away from the trilogy,
but it's like he destroyed him like within a minute, and then the first fight was very close. So it's not like there was no reason for a trilogy. It was done. That's it. Story's over. Like I don't.
And also, the UFC aren't going to give him the shot anyway, because when have they ever, unless your name's Adesanya, have they given you an instant title shot after you've just lost in dominant fashion? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Adesanya, and that's literally it.
Yeah, it's like Ank got TKO'd in 80 seconds, right, in his first title defense, didn't land a single strike. What a great title reign. By the way, great title reign, guys. Not a single strike landed and was champ for 80 seconds. Amazing. But they're not going to look at that and go, oh, you know what we need? We need a trilogy, kid. That's a badass fight. Get that on the White House card. Why not?
Crazy.
Oh, and here he goes. All right, look at it. If I get it. Broken rib.
For sure, buddy.
All right.
I think Alex caused that.
I think Persian would actually like MMA Joey's content, to be honest. I don't know why he even watches me, because we disagree on almost everything.
Persian,
in fact,
Persian, if you're watching, do you watch MMA Joey? Let us know right now.
Yeah, Persian, do you watch him? And actually, on this Friday, I'm actually going to be debating Persian on whether Islam Makhachev is ducking Ilya or not, and that's going to be a fun one. Because we actually did we did the same debate when Islam moved up to welterweight. So we're doing it.
Here we go again.
Round 2. Now Islam's ducked him a second time. A little bit. He has better takes, Bromo. Get out of here, Persian. Fucking idiot, man. Anyway, where were we?
By the way.
Yeah, go. Definitely the GOAT, in my opinion.
For sure.
Oh, there's no question. I mean, well, Jones was double champion, bro. Okay, Alex was triple. So, he really, and, he beat one of the best middleweights of all time in people's mind, in Adesanya, or beat Yuri twice, beat Ank, Blachowicz. To be honest, I thought Blachowicz won that fight. Hot take, I don't know, but it's a win, I guess.
I've never watched it. I can't do it. No, I love both.
Yeah, but
I'm not that biased, but
I mean, I think it's undoubtable, but Stodge does make a good point. It would be insane to see Alex as triple champ, but I can see it's interim. Does the interim would you count that as triple champ status, BXG, if he won the interim belt and then lost to Tom? Or does he need to win a real belt to be a triple champ, do you think?
Oh, that's if he lost to Tom.
Game says the first 2.5 champ.
Yeah, I was almost gonna say like it's almost got to be like a 2.5 champ or something kind of thing because that's yeah.
Because you know what the Jones fans will say, right? Because everyone will say, "Oh, Alex is the GOAT over John because he won 3 belts," and then all the Jones fans will go, "No, it was the interim, so it's not. It isn't really a championship. It's a fake belt." That's what they'll say to try and cope.
They gotta look. Here's the thing, bro. John Jones, like, I don't know if you've seen his recent tweets or his Instagram lives recently, bro. Like, if you're a John Jones fan, it's gonna be a rough while, man. The guy's got arthritis. Alex is probably gonna pass him up. It's just not gonna be it's just not gonna be good for him. So, as a John Jones hater, this is the perfect ending. It's like
it's good.
The Homelander loses. By the way, Samuel, how do you fucking say this? I can't do this. Samuel something. Sorry for butchering your name. Thank you for the 10 euros. He says, if they did Armin against Ilya and told Gaethje that, let me try that again. If they did Armin against Ilya and told Gaethje that he only would have fought at the White House if he defended the interim against BSD, how would you rate the card? That would be winnable for Justin. If they did Armin against Ilya and told Gaethje that he would only have
that'd be better. So what you're saying is, all right, if they did Tuporia and Armin, and then there's like a feature fight, maybe do Gaethje BSD for the interim. I think that'd be cool, but it'd be a bit weird having 2 lightweight belts on the same card. Yeah, it'd be a bit weird, but I think it'd make it better because then you technically got 3 title fights.
I agree. Great question. And thank you again so much, Samuel. I appreciate it, man, for 10 euros.
Also 10 euros. Fucking big up. Legend. Big up, Samuel. And you know what else I've noticed from you and your videos, bro? You can't fucking read, can you?
Yeah. It's my worst quality is reading. I mean, to be fair, it's on my phone, right? Wait, it's on my phone, right? So it's it's pretty small, but that's how I'm reading the chat is through my phone.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, you can't read, but I can't speak. So, I mean, I guess it evens out nicely. I've got Blade streaming. I've got CTE, but I haven't fought a day in my life. So
that makes 2 of us. So.
Oh yeah. Right. Last fight on the White House, and then I want to touch on the Makachev thing because I know that we've got some views on that, and you say you're dropping your video soon on that. Yep. I'm guessing after you've gone live, so make sure you all check that out.
I got it recorded right after this, so that's gonna be a good one, boys.
I will watch that tomorrow, see if we have kind of the same takes on it. But last fight, Lopez versus Garcia, banger fight, man, badass fight. Who do you think wins that one?
I got good old Diego Lopez, but I do think there's a chance that Steve Garcia, who, by the way, like all jokes aside, was actual friends with Charlie Kirk, which is it makes sense why he's on this card. He's got the nepotism, rest in peace. But no, I do think there's a chance he could probably catch Diego. I mean, he's pretty slick. He's got good hands, and who knows? Maybe Diego's a bit. He's not washed, but maybe Diego, after losing to Volk twice, maybe his spirit's a bit crushed, but I doubt it. I think Diego's gonna probably catch him with a left hook or something, drop him real bad, maybe jump on a sub or just TKO him first round.
I mean, Garcia's been on a pretty good run so far. He beat your guy. I can't say his first name, but Costa, the guy with Bertoligo, or whatever you call it.
Malikus Costa, he did.
Yeah, he beat him. I mean, granted, like 2.5 years ago or however long ago, but he's been on the good run, man. I mean, he looked good against Onama. I mean, it's Onama. He's pretty shit. Round 1 KO. Most of his, I'm looking now. Most of his fights have ended via KO, and most of them he's won. So
True.
done a pretty good run, but none of the level of Diego Lopez. All right, and we've seen recently though, when people make these big jumps, they succeed. We've seen it with Lona Kavanagh.
True.
Succeeded. We saw it with Joshua Van and Royval. Succeeded. Maybe just a flyweight thing. I don't know. But
Taylor and Moreno as well. Maybe Moreno just sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
My boy.
And you know, we've seen these like jumps up, and they've actually gone pretty well. I think this one for me personally is probably up there with Garn and Pereira being pretty close to call.
I agree. I think it's the second closest fight on this card for sure.
I can see it going either way. All right. I don't think Garcia is going to chin him because Lopez has got that good chin. If he is going to take you on, it's probably going to be with like volume strikes or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm probably going to lean towards Lopez. I think Lopez beats most featherweights. That I mean, to be, I think Lopez like he'll lose to like Lerone, probably to Movzar too, but I think the rest of them he probably clears. To be honest,
I agree.
So I'm probably going to go with Lopez. And someone in the chat, Joe Swanson, said, we've seen Lopez curl in a ball against Dan Ige. Imagine what Melk would do. I mean, who would you pick? Because Melk's your guy. You know, who would you pick in that fight?
Hey, both of them are my guy. You know, I love right behind, DDP, it's Diego. So that's tough. Right now, Costa's got fast. He's got fast strikes, fast kicks. He can skate around on the outside. I might lean Malik Wazel Costa, actually. That's kind of crazy to say, but like, featherweight is kind of like that, where there's guys that are higher ranked that I think are shit, and then there's guys that are lower ranked that I think would kill some of these higher ranked guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think Costa would probably win.
Warhorse in the chat. Shout out to Warhorse. Garcia is not beating Lopez, Lil Bro. We are beating Steve, and then getting that Volk trilogy. I mean, that's the fight we all want.
That's
also, guys, just a reminder. Tomorrow, I am debating Warhorse. I've got a lot of live streams planned for this week. I've got 3 live streams planned for this week. I am fucking on the grind. Pause.
The Kevin Holland type run. You're on that.
Oh
Kevin
yeah,
Holland.
but hopefully I win some though.
I was just except you're winning. You're winning. You're not getting slimed out.
Yeah, me and Volk. What the fuck am I on about? Me and Warhorse are debating tomorrow. Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg. Who wins that fight? So make sure you're there for that. That should be a fucking banger. Also, Warhorse, I would say, go to my channel and just check the time for you because the clocks in the UK have all gone forward or backwards. So BXG was here 1 hour early. And I was here 1 hour late because all the times have changed. So I would go and check the time that is scheduled on my channel now. I'll make sure it's the right time, just so we're not so you're not waiting for me for like, I don't know, like an extra hour. It's scheduled for 9 p.m. on my time. So go and check. But yeah, that's tomorrow. Who do you think is going to win that fight? By the way, Yuri or Ulberg?
Sorry to break it to you, but I got Yuri Prohaska. Nah, yeah, Yuri easily, man. It's and it's crazy. I was watching Yuri versus Khalil yesterday, and I'm just like, I pulled a Dana White. Isn't he fucking awesome? Is literally what I thought after watching that fight, man. It's just, it's got to be Yuri, man. I don't see what Carlos Ulberg. Maybe he could snipe him, maybe he could catch him, but like, come on, how many people how many guys have Yuri faced? Where I'm like, oh, well, this guy could catch him. This guy could catch him. And the only guy that's KO'd him is Alex freaking Pereira. So I can't see Carlos freaking Ulberg, whose best one is Dominic Reyes, beating Yuri Prohaska. I'm getting heated because I love Yuri.
All right, well,
not as much as you, but
maybe you'll have to tune in to see what Warhorse says, bro. All right, because he's batting for Carlos. I think he's got like Kiwi bias, to be honest, because they're both from New Zealand. So and he met him one time. He probably gave him a little lap dance because he's a fucking stripper, isn't he? So who knows? But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna last topic because I don't want to keep you for too long because you've been streaming now for 2.5 hours because you were there an hour early. I don't want to keep you for too long. But
that's good. It's cool.
Islam Makhachev. I actually want to get it up and screen share it just so people know what we're talking about. Let me get it up. I want to get it up because it seems like all the evidence points to Islam Makhachev actually turning down.
Yeah.
Ilia Topuria.
A lot of evidence. Lots of evidence.
And there is actual evidence to it. So this isn't just like speculation. All right, there's actually quite a few things that link up quite nicely to suggest that this is in fact true. Right, so we have this. Per this guy, okay, he is he's a sports journalist. All right, works for, as you can see, DAZN Spain. All right, that's Marsha. It's I guess it's a news outlet. It's a sports news outlet, okay, or something. I guess. And he says that Islam Makhachev withdrew from an Ilia Topuria fight at the White House. And I saw this and I thought, all right, that's interesting. Maybe it's just someone trying to get a headline. And then I remembered this tweet from Ali Abdelaziz a week ago.
All right. 4K, Ali. We got you 4K, bud.
This is, I can tell you, by the way, this guy, right, can't write a sentence to save his life. The UFC working on a big fight, Islam Makhachev, and Ian name is not involved. Much bigger, one of the biggest fight in the UFC right now they can make. Stay tuned. So when I saw that, I did a video on this, and I was like, well, the only option, in my opinion, who's a bigger name, the biggest fight in the UFC right now they can make, it's obviously Ilia Topuria, right?
Yep.
So I thought, all right, he's looking at Ian Gary. He's avoiding his top contenders for a ballooned up featherweight. All right, he's going for that fight with for Ilia Topuria. And then we look at what Justin Gaethje. Sorry, no, not what Justin Gaethje said. Dana White. Sorry, I'm feeling like you, bro. I'm getting like all. I'm like. Dana White on Friday on Nina Drama's stream of all places says that a fight on the White House fell through a day before they were going to announce the fight. All right, I thought maybe it's John Jones, maybe it's Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Oh no, we don't get to see that fight. Who cares, right? Didn't think of anything. I thought, all right, it's probably just the women's fight, sure. But then I saw this from Justin Gaethje, right, and this changed my mind. Justin Gaethje reveals he was told on Thursday he would not be fighting at the White House. And I'm going to play the clip so everyone can hear it.
2 days ago, I got a call and they said, "You're definitely not fighting on the White House card." So I was like,
"Wow, really?"
Cool.
Okay.
And then yesterday, I got a call and they said, "You might hear something. You might be on the White House card." And I was like, "How are you going to go complete 180 turn on me?" And then today, I found out that I was on it. I didn't know if I was main event.
Really?
Oh, also, Gaethje sounds retarded. I can't lie. Do you not just to you sound like completely brain dead?
That's Big Rufus, man. He's
So it's like, okay, so let's put all the pieces together. All right. So we have this journalist from Spain saying this. Islam Makhachev withdrew from the Ilia Topuria fight. All right, that's after Ali Abdelaziz says they're working on the biggest fight the UFC can make right now.
Yep.
And Dana White says that a fight fell through on the Friday, and Justin Gaethje was told the day before he would not be fighting on the White House card. Then the day after, on the Saturday, he is fighting on the White House card against Ilia Topuria. I mean, it kind of all lines up to say,
yeah,
that Islam Makhachev was booked, or they were talking about it, and Islam went, nah,
no, brother.
And what people are saying, and I'll get your thoughts on it in a second. I just wanted to give the whole timeline. People are saying things like, well, Dana White said that it wasn't that Islam didn't pull out, and it's like Dana White said that John Jones wouldn't turn down Tom Aspinall. Dana White says a lot of things that aren't true. He even said he was against Alex Pereira moving up to heavyweight because he was a middleweight, and now look what we're getting.
I actually forgot about that. I forgot about he said that.
He also said recently that he's never had a problem with Tom Aspinall and that he's never questioned the eye injury when he has multiple times. All right. He said a lot of things. He said Conor's going to come back. Conor's going to come back. We're still waiting. He said that 5 years ago. We're still waiting for that fight. All right. So these Dagestani fanboys, right, that are like anti-Dana. They're so anti-Dana all the time. Until it's about Islam Makhachev, then they trust every word that he says. I just think Dana White, the why he doesn't want to admit it is two reasons, right? Number one, he doesn't want to make Islam Makhachev, the goat of his sport, look bad. Same thing he was doing with John Jones, right? Just like defending John, saying, no, he's not scared. He really wants to fight Tom. We're going to get this fight done. Where really, in the background, he didn't want the fight, right?
Yep.
Or two, right? They don't want to admit they had to scramble to get a main event for the White House card on 1 day's notice because that would make the company look fucking terrible. But I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think it? Do you think he was? Did you think that he ducked or that he pulled out? Obviously, don't say too much because you've got a video coming out after this. I don't want you to give all your points away. But what's your general idea? Your general gist of the whole thing?
Yeah, I think both points you said, I actually think it's both. It's probably both that they want to protect Islam Makhachev, and we've seen them do this with like Arman Tsarukyan, where they said, Arman Tsarukyan, he didn't miss weight, he had a back injury. We've seen them protect fighters in that way, and I also think they don't want to admit, like you said, that they had a bigger fight than Ilya versus Gaethje. They had Ilya versus Islam, which is an objectively bigger and better fight, and they missed out on it for a worse fight, obviously. So, yeah, I do think he ducked. I do think he is a duck. No, look, I definitely think, just because Dana said, no, it's not Ilya Islam, I don't want to say what it is. I just don't. It's Dana White. Like, all of a sudden now Islam fans think he's reliable. When in the past, it's just like, oh, brother, Dana don't know nothing, brother. Now Dana's the reliable guy. And I've even seen people say, like, I saw this one guy. This was an awful tweet. He was like, it had like a few thousand likes. He was like, oh, maybe Islam Makhachev doesn't want to fight in front of a Zionist, right? Donald Trump, obviously. And, whoever else. But Islam Makhachev is the same guy that wants to fight at the White House. He's been publicly saying he wants to fight at the White House multiple times for a very long time. So I don't think I just don't even understand that, take from people. But yeah, it's just, and also we know it's a big fight because Dana did say in that Nina drama live stream, he did say, this fight fell through and Hunter Campbell's going to kill himself. Right. So obviously it was a massive fight to some extent. Right. I don't think it was just like, listen, we missed on Harrison Nunez, or Bo Nick was supposed to fight, I don't know, some other Brazilian. No, like, obviously I think it was a massive fight. So yeah, I think it's true for sure. I definitely think it's true.
Nice. Yeah, well, like I said, don't say too much, all right? But I want to respond to Yuri Prokayev because I've seen him spamming my video about Islam, right?
He does the same to me too. He does.
Yeah, shout out to Yuri Prokayev. I mean, the engagement's crazy. Thank you. Yeah. It boosts the video, so thank you for all your comments, and it's no hard feelings. But
thank you.
His general point is you were complaining that complaining that he wanted the fight, and now you're complaining that he pulled out of the fight. And there's quite an explanation for this, or all love, of course. Brother.
Yeah, all love, man, all love.
The explanation, right, is I can not want the fight to happen, but also I acknowledge the fact that he's ducking the fight. You know, like I don't want. It's like I'm trying to think of an example here, or I can't really think of one, but I think that Islam Makhachev was. I made a video saying that he was ducking his top contenders, all right, to fight Ilya, who's a ballooned up featherweight, moving up 2 weight classes. I stand by that. All right, he was trying to get the fight with Ilya, right, to avoid his top welterweight contenders because he thought that Ilya would be a favorable matchup. Moving up 2 weight classes. All right, I still stand by that. But he can still duck a fight that I don't approve of. I'm not saying that I'm annoyed at Islam for ducking this fight. I'm just saying he ducked this fight. I don't care if this fight gets made or not. To be honest, I mean, I would rather Islam fight Ian Gary. I can still sit here and say, although I don't want the fight, he still ducked this fight, and I'm going to call him out for ducking fights because. How are you going to call someone out for a fight at the White House, and then when they go, okay, here's the fight at the White House, then you go, no.
Exactly, yeah.
Because apparently he's got an injured hand, even though he's been in Ramadan, not training probably, and if he is training, not training as hard. And in his last fight against JDN, didn't really break a sweat. So how are you going to break a hand doing that? Unless he's breaking a hand, I don't know, putting on a pair of gloves because it's cold in Russia. I don't know what he's breaking a hand from. But even if he did break his hand, or like if he injured his hand, you've got 3 months until the White House card, brother. You know what I mean?
That's my exact point that I was gonna say in my video too, man. It's like he's got a lot of I'm assuming his hand is not shattered into pieces. I'm assuming it's not that bad of a hand injury. I'm assuming it's let's say a minor hand injury. You couldn't wait a month and see how it's doing, and then I don't understand. No, brother, sorry, my hand. It's you got 3 months, like you just said. You got a few months to actually let it heal. So unless it's completely shattered into bits, I think it can't be that serious. I think we would have heard something by now.
Plus, I just want to point out that all the Daggy fans like to use this as a point for Islam Makhachev, all right, and how the Russian fighters they do go into fights when they're compromised. They always say, "Well, Islam fought Dustin when he had staph infection," and it's like, okay, all right, so what's the difference now then? He's got an injured hand that'll heal up in 3 months. You know what I mean? And Joe Swanson, I think it was Joe Swanson. All right, you got Daggy derangement syndrome. I hate when people say this because I like Islam, but I can still call him out for ducking fights. I've done the same for Ilya. I even called out Alex Pereira. All right, I called out Alex Pereira. I called out Ilya. Right. I've criticized fighters that I criticized DDP and his coach. I criticized JDM and his coach. I criticize everyone, but when you criticize a Daggy, everyone goes, "Well, you just hate Muslims and you got Daggy derangement." No. Yeah. I like Islam Makhachev. I think he's a great fighter. All right, but if he's actively ducking his top contenders by calling out Usman and featherweights, all right, then I'll call him out for it. And then if he gets the featherweight matchup and then he pulls out of that fight too, I'm going to call him out for it. I don't really care who it is. It could be a white guy, a black guy, a Daggy guy. I don't care. I criticize everyone that deserves it, even fighters that I like. And I know you do too.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out to Joe Swanson as well. All love, of course. But I don't see comments like this when we call out John Jones, when we call out Dana White. We both have called out Dana White 1,000 times. When we call out literally anybody else for coping, for ducking, for whatever the case is. So it's when it comes to Daggies, we got Daggy derangement syndrome. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. No. I just think,
Yeah, I've called out Ilya for saying that he doesn't want to fight Arman. I've done that. I've done a video.
Yeah.
On I even did a video criticizing Tom Aspinall, and I'm fucking British. Exactly. I did a video criticizing Tom Aspinall for exaggerating his symptoms because he was doing keepy ups and shaking someone's hand. And I said, right, that this doesn't look good for Tom. I'm not going to sit here and like not cover it and ignore it because that would mean that I'm being biased and I don't want to be that. I'm going to criticize the guy. I criticize Tom. I criticize everyone. But yeah, when you criticize Tom, no one says, "Oh, you just hate Tom Aspinall. You're just a John Jones fan." No one says that. They always go, "Yeah," innit? They all go, "Yeah, yeah." Criticize Tom, and then when you criticize a Daggy guy, it's like, "Whoa, you just fucking hate Muslims, bro.
You're Islamophobic." It's like, no.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I am, but that's not why I'm criticizing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on.
That's a separate issue, not related to this one. All right. But yeah, I think we have the same take, and we'll wrap it up now because you've been live for a while because we got the times all mixed, and I want you to go and record your video because I want to watch that shit. So, thank you all for joining this little collab. We're gonna do more in the future. All right, maybe one day we'll actually host one on your channel, so that you can set it all up, and then it's not like we don't get all the times or mixed up and things like that, and it could be your StreamYard thing, and you can take the lead, sort of thing. But that's up to you. But
I think like 6 a.m. UK time, I think is good. Is good for you.
Oh, perfect. No. I mean, I actually would get up for it. I really would, but my daughter would wake up probably at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I could get up for it, but then I couldn't promise I'd be able to stay for very long.
Yeah,
but we can sort something out. Like I can, like one day do it a little, like just wait up a little later. I don't really mind, But anyway, thank you all for joining. And thank you BXG for joining. Go and check out BXG. He's going to upload soon. All right, and go and watch my video on Islam Makhachev. All right, because that's already out. And tomorrow, debating with Warhorse on Yuri versus Ulberg. And Friday, I'm debating my subscriber Persian on Islam Makhachev, ducking Eli Topuria. So be there for that. Thank you, BXG. Go check him out. And until the next stream, I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.